Okay, so let's start the head modeling. I have here my character head models ready, and I have them already placed in the reference folder here. So I can copy that for setups later. Next, I would like to start the head modeling first in the preparation of the reference. So as you can see here, I am in Photoshop. So when you're doing your head or preparing your model references for the head, the alignment points are the following that I usually consider. I make sure that the hairline is aligned, the brow line. When it comes to the eye line, I make sure that the tear ducts of the front and the side are well aligned. Now, if not, you have to do some transform commands here in Photoshop so that you can align that. The nose tip, the column, the mouth line, and the chin level. The chin level and the hairline usually defines the height of your character's head or face. Next is I also add or create a guideline at the middle of the face, okay, so that I am sure that the reference is not tilted, or I can find out if the reference is tilted or not. For example, here, in the case of this reference, I have already fixed this, but let's go back to its original file state. So I'll just go back to the history here. So as you can see, the reference is a bit dark. So I will just go to levels, adjust it a bit. So there, that's the white portion, or the white levels, and then I will increase further. Next, let's say in the case of this reference, there are some misalignments. I'll just first drag this vertical line here. So here you can clearly see that the head is slightly tilted towards towards the left of the screen. So this is slightly tilted towards turning to the left of the screen. As you can see, the space of the ear is bigger here compared to the space of the ear here. It's not. Okay, so that means it's slightly tilted. Also, at the same time, if I will not use the hairline for now for obvious reasons, but the brow line also is not lining up. And then if I go down directly to the chin level, it is also not lining up. Okay, so therefore, it would be safe to assume if I continue with the mouth line or the mouth opening and then the nose column, we will be able to find that most of these lines are not lining up. Let's say the nose tip. So this is the nose or the tip of the nose. Again, it's not. And then the tear duct. Let's say that's the aligned tear duct. Even within the same side of the reference, yeah, it's not lining up that much. So this side is lining up. Okay, so one solution to this also, or one situation of this also, is that this right side view might not be lining up because it's not actually this side. Could be that this right side view here is actually this side of the character or of the reference. So what I will do to solve this is I can use my marquee tool here. I'll just select that, right click, and then I'll do a layer via copy, Control T, and then I can flip this horizontally, and then I can just have it here. So as you can see, this reference right now is being symmetrical. Okay, so we're fine with that. Now let's fix the other reference here. I'll just close this first, and then I'll also create a copy of this using the marquee tool. I'll just select it once more, Right click. I can transform the selection first so I can fit it. Okay, adjust, enter. And then I can select now the background layer. I can marquee, right click, and then I can do a layer by a copy. Now I can place it. Wait. Yeah. Now I'll just repeat that, layer by a copy. So now I can place this on top of this as per layers, so I can see that. Okay, so there it is. So now let's address these misalignments here. So what you can do is, since there is there a common area of alignment? Nothing. So what I'll do is, I'll start here by this is at least near the column part of the nose. So what I'll do is I'll just use the marquee tool once more, and then I can just select the top portion of the head until the column line of the nose there. And then I can right click and I can choose free transform. Now, free transforms allow me to distort or transform the vertices, the pixels within the selection. Holding shift, and I'll drag it upwards and slowly it starts. So let's say until that for the brow line for me. Okay. And was the, oh, it's not yet addressed completely. Right here, the eye, the eye line is still not aligned, so I'll just press M for marquee tool, and then I'll press Alt, and then I'll just reduce. I'll reduce the selection up to here. There. So it's reduced to that part. What happened there? I'll just remove that from the selection. There. Okay, now I will just right click and do another free transform, and I will just carefully hold shift and drag this once more up so that there the duck or the tear ducts are lined up. I'll press enter, control D to deselect. Now I have that lined up. So next concern is the mouth and the chin, right? So what I will do is I will slightly create, or I will create a selection going here. So remember, wherever the selection starts, when you right click and then free transform, wherever the selection starts, it doesn't move much. So I'll hold shift and I'll drag it down. See, it doesn't move much. So that means I can stretch this down a bit just to touch that line. There. Control D to deselect. So now it's time for the lip, right? Or the lip line here, to align that. So what I can do with that is I can also lift up the nose line. So what I can do here is I can again use the marquee. I'll just select going up from here carefully. Wait, I will also need to line this up, so I can go up further. I can just go here. Let's say, let's avoid touching the tear duct and the eyebrow. So I'll just go from here. There. Okay, that's the point. Right click, free transform. Now I will just carefully drag this going up for the mouth, just a little. There. It's a bit subtle, but it's fine. Enter, control D to deselect. So far all of those are aligned now, right? Okay. Oops, close this. So next is all of these are lined up for now. So even the ears, let's check. So even the ears are lining up, right? The bottom and the tip of the ear. The bottom of the ear is lining up, but the tip is not. That's fine. We will be modeling the ear separately anyways. So what we do next is what we will be doing next is we will now be saving the reference that we have lined up. Just checking. Okay, so we have deleted the guide, and now, okay, so now since we have these, we can now start saving it. So what I will do is I will just hide these guides that we have. Just hiding those, and then I can just image and do a duplicate of this. So this is going to be a duplicate. Now I can press C for the crop tool. I can crop it here, right? Pressing, let's crop it a bit so that it will be in the middle. Enter that. Now I can file, save a copy. I'll go to my project folder. I can paste the location here. See? That kind of handy. And then I can overwrite this. Save. Yes. Okay. I have that saved now. And then I can undo the work, or I can undo the crop, and then I can recrop, this time the side view, right? Enter, and then I can just file, save a copy once more, and overwrite it again. Okay, so I have that saved as JPEG, and this one this time I'll overwrite it, save a copy. Now I can close this. I can close this without saving because I've saved all of those. I can file, save this. It's a PSD. Yes, it's going to be for my head reference set. So this is where I can correct my head references. Save that. Closing it. And I'll close this. No need to save it. So those are done. So next thing is I will open an existing reference setup file. So this is my existing reference setup for my character earlier. So what I will do is I'll go to File and I'll choose Save Scene As. So that's the first step. I'll save the scene as. I'll paste once more the address, and I'll save it as a head. Head. I'll just shorten it a bit. Head reference or head ref setup. Saving it. That's it. After I have saved that, I don't need the back view actually, so I'll just delete that, and I'll also delete the camera for the back view. There's no need to rename this also. So I will just go to my, oops, it's missing here. So I'll just go back here and I'll just do a reset my current workspace. There, for view setup. I was looking for this button here, the attributes. Okay, and then I'll just bring out also my outliner there. So now here I'll go to my attributes, and then I will choose in the attributes, of course, this button there. So remember, I'm on the front view. I have selected the front view. So I'll just paste this and I'll choose the head front reference, place it there. So now I have that. And then of course, I'll do it again with the side view. Head, side, oops, this one. And then okay, so just be mindful. Okay, be reminded that the side view is always facing the left of your screen. Okay, that's the ideal facing for the side view when you do your references. And with this, I have saved it already. I'll set it to a 2-view layout. So now I am ready for the head modeling. I'll see you in that lesson.